To other stories now, experts have recommended a robust methane emissions framework to address technical and regulatory gaps across the oil and gas value chain. This came to the fore at a meeting in Abuja on strengthening methane emissions reduction strategies in Nigeria's gas expansion plans. Helen Osamide Akins reports.
Nigeria is aiming to expand its gas industry as a transnational sphere in its move towards a low-carbon economy. This strategy leverages the country's abundant natural gas reserves to provide a cleaner alternative to coal and oil, which are more carbonate-intensive. At this multi-stakeholders dialogue event on strengthening methane emissions reduction strategies in Nigeria's gas expansion plans, stakeholders raised concerns about potential increases in methane emissions.
They will limit the imports of fossil fuels from countries that are high emitting. So if Nigeria does not guard against that, we'll have our resources, but then we'll have nowhere to transport them. So all these lofty goals that we have, that we want to increase gas production so we can get more money, it'll all be for naught.
Reducing methane emissions throughout the gas value chain is vital, as it would ensure that the gas plays a transitional role and does not lock us into the high carbon future.
As the federal government makes efforts to expand domestic gas use and exports, immediate action, they say, is needed to prevent increasing methane emissions from the oil and gas sector.
Us as a country that depends heavily on oil and gas revenue for survival, we are more concerned of how to manage these risks, mitigate the risks, and then maximize the opportunities. But now we are focusing on identifying those risks, finding solutions, and control of emissions, emission abatement.
Nigeria adopts LDR, so leak detection reduction technologies that ensure that as different resources and pipelines are emitting, that we're able to track them and able to reduce them. Baseline study, right? Right now, Nigeria has committed to reduce methane emissions, gas flaring by 2030, but it cannot do that if it's not able to track, first of all, the baseline.
The call for coordinated effort between the federal government and private stakeholders to strengthen investment in emission reduction technologies. Unchecked oil and gas methane emission threatens to exacerbate the climate change crisis and undermine Nigeria's capacity to trade in its global markets and leverage the proceeds to sustain its economy. Helen Osamide Akins, TVC News, Abuja.